physical science question paper which held on 27 September 2020. In that, the first question is identify the vector that is perpendicular to both this vector and this vector from the following given vectors. From our previous videos, we know that A vector and B vector are said to be perpendicular if their dot product is equals to 0. If the dot product of these two vectors is equals to 0, then we can say this A vector and B vector are mutually perpendicular. Now I will consider the vector which is in C option and making the dot product with the given vector, that is I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap, then their dot product will be equals to 0. Again I am considering the vector which is in C option and making the dot with the given vector minus I cap plus j cap minus 2k cap, then the dot product of these two will give 0. Therefore we can say that C vector is perpendicular to both the vectors, both the given vectors. Therefore for this question the answer is C option. Next question is the value of the integral from minus infinity to plus infinity d by dx of delta of x e power I kx dx, where k is a constant and delta of x is a Dirac delta function, is given by. We know that the Fourier transformation of a function is equals to 1 divided by under root 2 pi h cross integral from minus infinity to plus infinity f of x e power I kx dx, and the relation Fourier transformation of the nth derivative of a function is equals to minus ik whole power the nth derivative number into the Fourier transformation of the given function. Therefore the integral from minus infinity to plus infinity d by dx of delta of x e power I kx dx is minus ik whole power 1 into the Fourier transformation of the delta function is a unity. Therefore for this question the answer is D option. Next question is if A vector is equals to 2y I cap minus x square y j cap and the scalar phi is equals to 2x square y, then A vector dot gradient of phi at 1 comma 1 is, this 1 comma 1 are the x and y points. First we will make the gradient with this given scalar, that is del vector into phi is equal to 4xy I cap plus 2x square j cap, and making the dot with the A vector of this we get 8xy square minus 2x to the power of 4 into y, and at the points x comma y is equals to 1 comma 1 we get 6. Therefore for this question the answer is C option. Next question is the two independent solutions of the following differential equations. From our previous videos we can write this given differential equation in this form, and if we find the roots of this equation we get the roots as minus 2 comma minus 1. From our previous videos we know that the solution is y equals a e power minus 2x plus b e power minus x. Therefore the solutions y1 y2 are e power minus x and e power minus 2x. Therefore for this question the answer is A option. Next question is the number of independent components of a real antisymmetric tensor of rank 2 in 4 dimension is. We know that the total number of components will be equal to the dimension whole to the power of rank. Here the dimension is 4, therefore 4 to the power of rank 2, that is the total number of components is 16. If it is a antisymmetric tensor then there will be 10 independent components of a 4 cross 4 antisymmetric tensor. Therefore for this question the answer is D option. Next question is if v of x comma y is equals to 2xy plus 3, f of z is equals to u plus iv is analytic and further f of z equals to 0 equals 2 plus 3i, then the function u of x comma y is. We know that for analytic function, dou u by dou x equals dou v by dou y, and dou u by dou y is equals to minus dou v by dou x. To find u, the total derivative of this u function will be equals to dou u by dou x into dx plus dou u by dou y into dy, and replacing this u function with the v function from the analytic equations and integrating, we get u is equals to x square minus y square plus c, where the c is a constant. This constant can take a value of 2. Therefore, for this question, the answer is C option. Next question is the value of counter integral dz by z, where c is a unit circle with origin as its center and the integration is done in a clockwise path is. We know that the counter integral of a function is equals to 2 pi I into the residue. The residue will be positive for anti-clockwise path and negative for clockwise path. Therefore, z is equal to 0 is the singular point with the pole of n is equals to 1. We know that residue is equals to 1 divided by n minus 1 factorial. Limit as z tends to 0, that is singular point, d to the power of n minus 1 divided by dz to the power of n minus 1 into z minus 0 whole to the power of n divided by 1 by z. By simplifying, we get residue as 1. Since the path is in clockwise path, therefore the residue is negative. Therefore, the value of this integral is 2 pi I into minus 1, that is minus 2 pi I. Therefore, for this question, the answer is B option. Next question is, any Hermitian 2 cross 2 matrix H can be expressed in terms of 2 cross 2 identity matrix I and 3 Pauli sigma matrices sigma x, sigma y and sigma z as H equals to A naught I plus summation over xyz aj sigma j, where these are all the options. Since we know that the eigenvalues of Hermitian matrix is always real, therefore their coefficients are also real. Therefore, for this question, the answer is D option. Next question is, one of the eigenvalues of a matrix e power A is e power alpha, where the given matrix A matrix has this. The product of the other two eigenvalues is, the trace of the given matrix A is alpha and the determinant of this A matrix is minus alpha cube. Therefore, trace will be sum of the eigenvalues and determinant will be product of the eigenvalues. Therefore, lambdas of A will be plus alpha comma minus alpha and plus alpha, and lambdas of e power A is e power alpha, e power minus alpha and e power plus alpha. Since one of the eigenvalue is e power alpha, they are given, we have to find the product of the other two. The product of e power minus alpha and e power plus alpha will be e power 0, that is 1. Therefore, the product of the other two eigenvalues of e power A, eliminating e power alpha eigenvalue, we get the answer as A option. Next question, 3 fair coins are tossed together. Find the probability of getting 1 head and 2 tails. We know that from the probability distribution, the probability over favorable to the total is equals to total probability combination with the favorable with the number of base states for the coins is favorable base state is half whole to the power of favorable into the unfavorable bases are half whole to the power of total minus favorable. Therefore, here we have total, we have 3 coins over the combination to the 1 head. Favorable is 1 head, therefore into half whole to the power of favorable is 1, whole to the power of 3 minus 2 is 1, and they are asking and 2 tails. Therefore, total is 3. Favorable is 2 tails. Therefore, combination with the 2, half to the power of favorable is 2 into half whole to the power of total is 3 minus 2, that is 1. Therefore, the combination of 3 1 is 3 factorial by 2 factorial whole to the power of 1 by 2 whole to the power of 3 into 3 factorial by 2 factorial 1 by 2 whole to the power of 3. Therefore, by simplifying, we get 9 by 8, and 1/3 of this probability we get 3 by 8. Therefore, for this question, the answer is C option. Next question is, given the matrix A equals this, what is the value of the determinant e power A? We know the trace of the A matrix is 1 and determinant of this A matrix is 0. To find the eigenvalues, the eigenvalue equation is lambda cube minus lambda square is equals to 0. That is lambda square into lambda minus 1 equals to 0. By simplifying, we get the lambdas of A as 0, 0, 1, and therefore the lambdas of e power A is equals to e power 0, e power 0, e power 1. Therefore 1, 1, e, these are all the eigenvalues of e power A. They are asking the determinant of e power A. Determinant of e power A will be the product of lambdas of e power A. Therefore product of these two will be, these three will be e. Therefore for this question, the answer is B option. Next question is, a particle thrown upwards from the Earth's surface reaches a height of 100 meters and returns back. The acceleration of the particle at its highest point of reach as the value. When a particle is thrown upward with acceleration A, at its highest point the acceleration will be 0, and when it is freely falling, the acceleration will be equals to g. Therefore for this question, the answer is A option. Next question is, the center of mass of an L-shaped uniform wire as shown in the figure with OA equals OB equals L is at. The center of mass of this wire at the point equals to L by 2, and the center of mass of this wire at a point L by 2. Therefore, the combination of these two wires will have the center of mass of x component, that is x cm equals m into L by 2 plus m into 0 divided by m plus m. Since we have considered here the mass of these wires is m, that is same. Therefore L by 2 by 2, that is equals to L by 4. The center of mass of y component is m into 0 plus m into L by 2 divided by m plus m, that is L by 4. Therefore the center of mass of this L-shaped wire will be at L by 4 comma L by 4. Therefore for this question, the answer is B option. Next question is, a body of mass m moves in a circular orbit of radius r in a potential v of r equals to minus k by r, where k is a constant, then its orbital angular momentum about the center of the circle is. We know that the angular momentum j vector is equals to m omega r square. Omega square is equals to 1 divided by m dou square v by dou r square. Dou v by dou r equals to k by r square, and dou square v by dou r square is equals to minus 2 by k r cube. M square into omega square dou square v by dou r square, that is 2k by r cube, and by simplifying we get j as the angular momentum, orbital angular momentum, as under root of 2kr into m. Therefore for this question, the answer is B option. Next question is, if the Lagrangian of mass m is given by L equals to half mx dot square plus xf, f being a constant, then x of t can be obtained in terms of the constant c1 and c2 as. We know that from the equation of motion of Lagrangian, that is d by dt of dou L by dou x dot minus dou L by dou x equals to 0. By simplifying, we get mx double dot equals to f, and by integrating over dx and over dt of this, we get m into integral x dot dx f into t with respect to dx with respect to dt, f into t plus c into dt. Therefore m into x of t, and that is equals to ft square by 2 plus c into t plus c2. Therefore x of t equals f by 2m into t square plus c by m into t into c2 by m. The c by m is a constant and c is a constant. We can represent this as a whole constant by c1 and this as a whole constant by c2. Therefore for this question the answer is C option. Next question is, identify the correct Hamiltonian equations of motion from the following options. We know that from the concept of Hamilton's dynamics, the equations of motions are these. Therefore by comparing, for this question the answer is C option. Next question is, if the potential energy of the body is, they are given the potential energy, we have to find the stable equilibrium. First we know that for stable equilibrium the second order derivative of the potential energy will be positive, and to find that stable equilibrium point the first order derivative of the potential will be equals to 0. By simplifying we get x is equals to 0 and the second order derivative as positive. Therefore for this question the answer is B option. Next question is, if the motion of a planet of mass m around sun of mass capital M is treated as a two-body problem, t the period of revolution, a the semi-major axis, the g the gravitational constant, then the exact form of the third law of Kepler's is. From the third law of Kepler's for planetary motion, we know the equation for time period, that is t square is equals to 4 pi square r cube by gm1, and for two body problem of mass m and m, the reduced mass mu is equals to m into m divided by m plus m. By substituting m1 as mu in equation 1 and r as a, then we get t square by a cube equals 4 pi square m plus m divided by g m into m. Therefore for this question the answer is D option. Next question is, the eigen frequencies of small oscillations of a system having the Lagrangian given by, this is the Lagrangian given. We know that for this Lagrangian the kinetic energy matrix will be 1 0 0 1 into m by 2, and potential energy matrix will be omega 1 square 0 0 into omega 2 square into m by 2. And to find the frequency of oscillations, we know the equation determinant of v vector v matrix minus omega square into t matrix. By finding the determinant and equating it to 0, we get omega 1 square minus omega x square into omega 2 square minus omega y square equals to 0. And by simplifying we get omega 1 as omega x and omega 2 as omega y. Therefore for this question the answer is A option. Next question is, two masses of value m that are moving towards each other with equal speeds of value 0.6 c collide head-on and stick together from a bigger particle of mass m, then the value of m is equal to. These two masses of small m, they collide head-on and stick together forming a mass of capital M, and by the law of conservation of energy, initial energy EI is equals to 2 gamma mc square and final energy EF equals to mc square. By equating we get m as 2 gamma into m, they are given v as 0.6 c, and finding the value of gamma we get gamma as 5 by 4, and substituting the value of gamma we get m as 5 by 2 into m. Therefore for this question the answer is B option. Next question is, charge q is uniformly distributed in a sphere of radius r. The divergence of an electric field E vector inside this sphere is in Gaussian units. We know that from our previous videos, that is from Gauss law, for a spherical charge distribution, the electric field inside that spherical charge distribution as E vector is equals to kqr divided by r cube into r cap, and the divergence of this E vector will be 1 by r square sin theta into dou by dou r of kqr by r cube into r square sin theta, where the sin theta, kq, r cube are constant. By taking outside and differentiating this r cube with respect to r, we get the divergence of this electric field as 3kq by r cube. Therefore, for this question, the answer is B option. Next question is, given below are two vectors, find out which of them can be a magnetic field vector. These are all the given vectors. For a conservative magnetic field, the del dot B vector is equals to 0, and the del dot of this vector will be equals to 0, and the del dot of this vector will be equals to 0. Therefore, we can say these two given vectors will contribute the magnetic field. Therefore, for this question, the answer is C option. Next question is, a charge q is placed at a comma b between two right angled grounded conducting planes. Then the image charges and their locations are. We know that if a conductor which is grounded, and if one side of that conductor, if there is a charge q which is real at a distance of d, then this conductor will act as a mirror. Therefore, the image of this given charge will be minus q, and the distance will be same. Therefore, for this question, the answer is A option, since except this charge, all other charges will be of image charges with the negative sign. Therefore, the A option is having all the charges with the negative charge. Therefore, for this question, the answer is A option. Next question is, Leonard-Weichert potential are the. We know that for a moving point charge, the potential in terms of the potential which can be expressed in terms of vector and scalar potentials are called the Leonard-Weichert potentials. Therefore, for this question, the answer is D option, that is vector and scalar potential due to a moving point charge. Next question is, electric fields associated with the two electromagnetic waves are in the ratio 3:2. Then the energy transported per unit area per unit time by these waves are in the ratio. We know that the energy transfer I as of epsilon naught c E naught square, where E naught is the amplitude of the electric field. Since the amplitude of one electric field is 3 and the other is 2, therefore the ratio of this energy transfer will be 9/4. Therefore, for this question, the answer is B option. Next question is, if the electric and magnetic vectors of a plane electromagnetic wave are along, this is the electric field vector and this is the magnetic field vector, and they are asking the propagation vector, that is k vector. We know that the propagation vector will be a curl of E vector and B vector. That means these three vectors are mutually perpendicular. Therefore, if you find the k vector, the curl of these two vectors, we get k vector as k cap. Therefore, the propagation of these two vectors will take place along the k cap. Therefore, for this question, the answer is C option. Next question is, a dipole of moment p vector is placed in an electric field E vector is equals to E naught x into I cap, then the force experienced by the dipole is equal to, we know that the dipole moment p vector is equals to charge into the distance of that charge from the origin into along the along the distance direction, that is I cap along x-axis, and p vector is px along x-axis, px into I cap, that is equals to q x into I cap, and we get the charge q as px by x, and we know that the force F equals charge into electric field. We know charge is px by x and electric field is E naught x into I cap, and by simplifying we get the force vector as px E naught into I cap. Therefore, for this question, the answer is B option. Next question is, the magnetic field at the center of a square loop of wire having side A and carrying a current I is given by. These are all the options given. From our previous videos, we know that the magnetic field due to a wire of length A at a distance A by 2 is mu naught I divided by 4 pi the distance into cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. The cos of 45 degrees 1 by root 2, therefore 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. Therefore, the total magnetic field of the square loop at the center C is equals to 4 times of this each B1. Therefore, by simplifying, we get for this question the answer as C option. That's it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, share, and subscribe if you want the solution for more questions. Thank you.